This is the Throttle Out Show, presented by Vixen Industries, the only show where monster truck drivers and mechanics come together to present what's happening in the monster truck community. It's the ultimate combination of torque, horsepower, and trash talk. And now for your hosts. First, straight out of the heart of Detroit Rock City, it's Kid Rock's neighbor and former driver of the BKT ride truck. It's Austin Spence. And the duo deep in the heart of Texas, it's the show owner and daughter of a man who conquered the industry for over 20 years. It's Harley Johnson, along with everyone's favorite Bryce Kenny lookalike, Austin Tweedy. So go ahead, fuel up, strap in, and remember, when in doubt, throttle out.
What's up? It's your boy with my future co-host, my dog. It's Monday. You know what that means? I don't. It's going to be a great show. Yeah, what a great cold opening we have here. It's a little chilly outside. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. I'm going to do the show like this the rest of the day. So let's just move it on to somebody else. Hello? Anybody there?
What in the hell was
What?
that?
What is going on, man?
Okay, so listen, this is the Throttle Out Show. Austin Tweedy and Austin Spence coming to you live from Triple B Motorsports. I think we should probably heat things up a little bit. So without further ado, welcome to the Throttle Out Show. That is an intro. And coming from the first time who got to debut his very first show, a good friend of ours we got to work with at Monster Jam and Feld Entertainment, Mr. Mike freaking Rowley.
He's here, everybody. He's real.
How you doing?
It's about freaking time, dude. All the trash talking in the comments section, along with my wife, and you're finally on the show. It's about time, man. So
Wow.
I know. Well, yeah. I know, it's been a long time coming, but dude, it has been a hell of a weekend. You actually pulled a Feld driver on the rest of the team and decided to go on a little vacation while we did all the work this weekend.
Yeah, I broke shit, hopped on a plane, took off, and these guys got to fix everything. It was nice.
Oh gosh, ain't that the truth? But Cooper, how you feel seeing Rowley in the flesh again? It's probably been a minute, right?
Well, I mean, honestly, I haven't seen him in the flesh in a while. This is me over the screen. But it's nice to see him. Nothing's changed. Monster Energy logo, as you see. Same old.
So I know a lot of people are probably geeking up about World Finals weekend, but honestly, there's a lot that happened with the team over the weekend. You weren't here, so we got to fill you in.
Yeah, you got to let me know. I'm basically just somebody watching the show tonight.
Yeah, and you're just dressing as part of the team as though you
I
weren't here.
am stoked about these new Boss Gator crew shirts. The boss, James Trentina, got to wear one of these bad boys this past weekend, and I'm so jealous. These look awesome.
So, fun fact about these crew shirts, I actually, after the very first show, me and the wife stopped at a Love's because nothing else around here after 10 o'clock is open.
Yeah, no.
So we went to go get something to drink, and the old man behind the counter said I looked like I was wearing a popsicle shirt.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, yeah, and then I had someone else comment asking why I looked like a giant fruit gusher. So
Yeah,
that's,
I see that too.
yeah, a little bit of salt in the moon. But, dude, crewing with, so those that don't know, Mike has got quite a career crewing for the one and only zombie driver, Bari Musauer. So, kind of talk about, I guess we're just going to literally be the Mike Rowley episode, to be completely honest. All of our friends from back that are still, unfortunately, working for the company down there in Florida. Hi, guys. We're having a lot of fun up here. Sucks to be you. Anyway. So kind of talk about, like, starting at Monster Jam, your career and everything, and then, kind of eventually coming here to Triple B.
Well, in all honesty, I started in 2015, worked up until the layoff, which me and you both got kicked out the door.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Woo!
Yeah.
Don't forget
Great
Coop.
time.
Don't forget Coop.
Oh, yeah, we all got kicked out the door. But
Yeah.
then went on a bit of a hiatus and then eventually came back and did what us crew guys called the pandemic tour.
Which that did not sound fun at all for any of you guys.
Woo!
Knows he was there.
So did you guys actually have
great.
to wear all those crappy masks, like, while thrashing and everything?
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
I chose
dude,
not to. I threw it. I was like, I'm not doing this.
That's fair. That's fair. But, kind of walking through the whole pandemic tour, like, what was that like? Just the whole, like, everyone talks about, like, everybody has groups that they stayed in. What was that like?
Yeah, we all had our little bubbles, as they called it,
Mm-hmm.
and only certain trailers could stay with certain trailers and work on those trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, there was, if you weren't in the bubble, you don't go near that trailer.
Oh, wow. So, we're talking a little bit about, World Finals is this weekend, and in my honest opinion, Bari got screwed in racing the last time that World Finals happened in Orlando. That had to be kind of like salt in the wound, because for those that don't know, I thought for a while it was the fingers that tripped the laser for the lights, but you were telling me today it was actually the jaw of the truck. So what was that like? Kind of going back, I know probably don't want to talk about it, but going back to that final round of racing, and what was all going through you and Bari's head and emotions essentially at Orlando last time?
Well, before the final round, it was him and Tyler Meninga, and they both rolled.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got word from upstairs, whoever could get fixed first was going to be the one to go.
Mm-hmm.
And we were thrashing, had a rear steer line break, and then we had the fitting on the pump break, and we didn't know that. So then we had to keep going and get the rear steer working. But then when we got it, we got up there.
Mm-hmm.
And then because of that stupid light system that they use, we got screwed.
Yeah, honestly, man, like, don't get me wrong, we like Jimmy Creighton and everything, and, it's awesome to see an independent win a World Finals championship, but, dude, Bari was on rails, like, just, he was a man on a mission. Nothing against Tom. He was a man on a mission that day in Orlando, so it kind of sucks to see him. Now, little fun fact that you've been telling us, but you actually had kind of an interesting nickname to Bari when they had the fire zombie. Would you like to tell everybody?
Oh, absolutely. So when he became Fire Zombie, I always called him Hot Chocolate.
Yes.
And then in return, he would call me Marshmallow.
And honestly, dude, what was your opinion, like, because you weren't there for All-Star, were you?
No, I
packed up
left just
and left.
before All-Star.
And I was just, ride truck ladder bitch, so I didn't get a chance to really work on many trucks. I just helped out whenever. But you being a crew chief for Bari at the Fire and Ice All-Star, like, what was that whole experience like?
It was awesome. I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know, man. I mean, there was a couple good hits that Bari took out there.
I want to know what was going through your mind when he hit the big, whatever it was, the triple or whatever.
the
did you
triple
know?
bus jump?
Did you know
Yeah.
he was going to do that?
Yeah,
Yep.
we had a whole plan set up for freestyle, and I was up on that center stage there in Vegas, and I got over and was trying to line him up, and yeah, he just went whenever, and then as soon as he came over, because of the way they built that ramp, it kicked the back end, and all I seen was the whole top of Zombie coming right at me.
Oh no! Well, honestly, it was awesome. The only thing I hated about that entire weekend was Best Trick, because it was like you had to basically replicate whatever the hell was on the screen, and it was Steel Titans of all things. Like, it was pretty dumb. But so eventually, so what was the factor that was like, I'm done with Monster Jam? Like, what was that?
You come back, do the pandemic tour, but what was the straw that broke the camel's back that you knew you were done with Monster Jam?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, it was the way that they always treated us, because as you guys know, they treated us crew guys like absolute garbage.
We're just numbers.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And they've told us multiple times we are just numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then they finally decided, well, we're going to mandate the vaccine. Well, then when they did that, they kind of screwed themselves over, because then everybody, all the good guys practically left. There's a few that stayed, but mostly all of us left.
Now, I heard that, like,
Yeah.
shortly after everybody left, they decided, oh, no, you don't have to get the mandate or whatever. Like, they kind of, like, went back on their word or something along those lines.
Yeah, from what I've been told is, they all of a sudden they realized we're losing too many people, so then they got rid of it. Well, then the guys that stayed and wanted to stay and got the vaccine, they ended up getting screwed because they went and got it.
Jeez.
Nah,
I got to be honest, ever since I came here, this is the most fun I've ever had. And this is like, what, my 4th day here in Minnesota with Triple B Motorsports. It doesn't feel like work. Like, I'm not joking. It does not feel like work. Like, it feels like I just get to come to the shop and bullshit with you guys every day.
That's
and work
basically
on
what
my
we do
trucks.
here, though. No, I mean, we don't work around here.
No,
we just stand around, bullshit.
Like, I mean, honestly, dude, you seem so much happier here than you were
do.
at the company. Like, in all honesty, like, I think. Well, what are you dropping over there? My wife is trying to sneak by in the shop without dropping everything over.
but like to what he was saying, though, what everybody else has been able to notice, you seem like you like this job a lot more than what you enjoyed at Monster Jam, and you just got to driving this weekend. I mean, you've been here longer than us Tweeties, so I mean, kind of reel us in. How did that conversation come to be with you and James, with being hired on here? You're seeing the transition of the shop. Things are changing on the weekly around here. I mean, kind of talk about coming up here and being really the first hired employee to come up here.
Yeah, I mean, I ended up talking to James before I ended up quitting Monster Jam, and me and him kind of got a thing going, and we started talking, and then October 1st came, and all of us walked out the door.
Jeez. Wow.
And then after that, I came up here, and I was supposed to start soon with James. Well, unfortunately, he ended up getting COVID, and I couldn't come up here and work. But then eventually I came in November, and I was the first employee here, and there was 2 trucks. And now we have all this.
We have too many trucks, basically, and we've got more on
Is
the
there
way.
such thing, though?
I mean,
Is there such thing as too many monster trucks?
And we got more on the way, too.
Yeah, we got more on the way. We're gonna need to expand already. Like, we need a bigger building. We're starting to get cramped in here.
so a question I have for you is, we get this a lot on the show, is why the hell do we have Cooper Knuckles on the show? And a lot of people don't get it. A lot of people hate Cooper. Some people love Cooper. And we try to explain to them on the weekly. Cooper was a extremely good wrench guy on the team. So, I mean, can you add a little bit to that? Make the people understand why we have Cooper on the show. That, I mean, he really was a good guy. He understands what we're talking about. Kind of let people in the audience understand why we have Coop on the show.
I think you're asking a lot.
Be honest.
Be honest, but don't suck up either. Like,
But in all honesty, like, we did the pandemic tour together, and he was busting ass the whole time. He would run to all the different trucks, help out. And he's a good roommate, though. Last show I ever did, I had to room with him.
oh man.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I
It's the
mean,
party room.
He definitely knows his shit when it comes to the ZF stuff and all that.
Okay, listen. Speaking of the show this weekend, I honestly think Cooper's full of shit when it comes to
here we
ZFs
go.
being the best thing ever.
Here we go.
Because we have, so for those that don't know, a lot of Schaefer's trucks are still like old ZF stuff. And, we had a truck that went out this weekend.
All right,
with
you just said the
Wild
key
Thing.
word. Old.
Which was?
What was the key word? Yeah,
Old?
it was
Old.
But it's still a ZF housing.
But
Truck
when's the
goes
last
out,
time you
hits
had to
its first
replace one
camber
on there?
stack and snaps the knuckle. Snaps the knuckle.
When's the last time you had to replace one on there?
I don't know. I thought we weren't supposed to change. I thought we weren't supposed to be able to replace anything on a ZF coupe.
Well, let's see how long ago it's held up compared to a company chassis or
I
chassis
wish I had the
housings.
video on there.
I really do. Yeah, there is a video floating around of the truck that literally just went up, and no offense to Jeremiah, Jeremiah, he just kind of went up and just nose dove the truck and buried it in the dirt. Unfortunately, you can't see it, but it's literally right outside the shop right now in a flatbed trailer, just waiting to be brought in here because we couldn't fix it over the weekend. But man, dude, this weekend you missed out on a lot of fun. Man.
Well, I did, and one thing that I was picking up on was that this guy over here is actually really enjoying driving the beast that's behind us, which is interesting considering that this truck has seen 4 different drivers, I think, this year, and those first 4 had an absolute terrible time with this truck. And you hopped up in this bitch, and it was like you meshed so well with it, and you did a really good job. And that's not just saying that. You did a really damn good job. So would you mind telling us your first show emotions, and then your second show, what was running through your head, and just overall the weekend with you, not necessarily with the rest of the show, but just with you and your performance?
Yeah, we don't need to talk about what happened with me at
We
all.
will get there.
We don't. We don't
We'll
have to.
get there.
No, we don't.
But no, honestly, before the first show,
Thank you.
we were so busy getting stuff ready, it didn't really kick in until I was fully strapped in and like, this is it. This is happening.
Okay.
Kind of like what you said. You
Yeah.
so busy right up till the end.
Right? Yeah, you don't really have time to be nervous. And then it's like you get strapped in and they're calling you out for intros or for wheelers, and you're like, oh, yeah, this is happening. Yeah, we're going with it. So talk about your first skills attempt.
Terrible.
Yeah. What was terrible about it?
Well, you know, just being brand new. I was trying to think of so many different things, and it didn't work out too well. Just came up to the cars. The first one, I let off the gas too early and nose picked it into the ground. Then the second one, I came up in the mud, caught it, and it just spun and went.
So speaking of, so we have a group chat for Triple B Motorsports, and you know all about our group chat.
Good golly.
So one of the things that Rowley wanted to do all weekend was do a donut. Like, that's one of the things that you want to do the entire time. You're like, I finally get to drive. I want to do a donut. Boss man sends a group text out, says absolutely no donuts to the group chat. And everyone's just ripping on Rowley. Like, oh, well, Rowley can't do anything at the track, nothing, whatever. Second show comes around. James Trantina goes out, does a donut, or attempts a donut, I should say. It wasn't really a donut. In Boss Gator. And Rowley, we finally got you out to go out for the freestyle. And he's just like, well, what the hell? I wanted to do a donut.
Yeah, we were in the back the whole time fixing the knuckle on this thing. So.
Oh, gosh, dude. That was. I'm not going to lie. The adrenaline was pumping. It was like being back out in a stadium show or something again. I missed it, the thrash. But, yeah, it was. So your family was all out here to watch you debut and everything. I mean, so now that you actually have seat time, like, what are you looking forward to moving forward?
Are you going straight to the backflip next?
If the boss lets me.
Oh, okay. Do it.
I'd hit it the first show if he let me.
I want to talk about the sky wheelie that you did, though.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
That was beautiful.
That was awesome.
Yeah, and that was the very first skills of the. I can't even talk. It was,
It's okay.
I was the first one out for skills, and that was my first hit on the second day. And I felt a lot more comfortable in the truck. And I can't remember how to say Josh's last name, but Josh.
Baumgartner, I think?
Yeah.
Josh B.
Yeah, Josh B.
Shop foreman.
Shop
Yeah,
foreman,
he was telling me how to stay in the throttle and just keep it going, and I tried it, and I got it straight up.
Lift, he did not.
And guess what? Only thing he broke was a taillight.
I broke the corner off the body and the bumper.
Yeah, that's it. No axle damage. Didn't land on the brakes.
Didn't hurt my foot.
Didn't hurt his foot. No
I don't know
poop.
what you're talking about. I'm looking at broken pieces over here on this knuckle. He broke something, damn it.
No, it's fine.
It held together for freestyle.
Yeah, absolutely did. He dual freestyle with the boss man and Gator.
I saw that. That actually looked pretty badass.
Oh,
That was
dude,
cool.
it was cool. Like, we literally, like, in between ride truck rides, like, I was running over. Well, I shouldn't say in between rides. Like, intermission gets over. I immediately jump out of the truck, run over to help him get done and ready for the show. And as soon as he's like, we're good to go. I was like, dude, you'd think I would be pushing that truck out there. I was just so happy. It was like getting Gravedigger back out there for the last freestyle of the night. Like, I was so hyped, like, just to see him get it back out there.
But you thrashed, and you got your own truck back out there.
Oh, yeah.
What does that feel like?
Awesome. And I honestly, I can't thank Derek enough and Austin enough here for getting me back out there. And
There it is.
Here we are. We're seeing him on the big screen now.
Yeah. So this was your second show? Or
Hell
the first
yeah!
Oh yeah, man. Oh man. I don't know whose phone's a potato, but still, this is just awesome to see that you were able to just go out there.
and that second hit there in two wheels where the knuckle broke.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it just came down and just sleep in.
How did those hits feel, though? I mean, your first time being in the truck, did it feel kind of the way you thought it was going to feel like, or is it more violent?
The shocks are actually pretty nice on this. Like, there was a few that it would jolt me, but the other ones it just
Soak it up?
lands. Yeah.
So, if anybody asked you to go back to the company, would you?
Can I say what I want to say?
Absolutely. This is throttle out, man.
Fuck no. But yeah, honestly, I can't thank James enough for believing in me when, I wanted to quit Monster Jam and giving me a sweet ride. And I hope to keep doing better and progressing, and maybe one day he'll let me do a backflip.
Maybe one day.
Well, you got a lot of guys that have your back and support you, man. A lot of guys that still work for the company. As far as I'm concerned, I see guys online that they're cheering you on, want you to do. Oh, look at that! That was a badass jump, man. Somebody had gave me a little info. I mean, you had your kids at the show this past week. I mean, what was that like? To kind of explain to them, what you actually get to do. You're living your gym. You're showing your kids that. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, it's actually like pretty heartwarming, honestly, because they're so used to me in the back working on the trucks. Well, now they get to see me out there actually driving.
That's so awesome. Here's the funny thing. I didn't know he had a kid or kids in general until I came here. I'm like, you got a kid? You got a girlfriend?
Yeah, it turns
you think
out
you know a guy.
Turns out Rowley's a big family man. I know,
Apparently,
right?
yeah.
And all these awesome videos come from the woman herself.
Okay.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Well,
But
that is so cool. Well, dude.
So, like, he already asked this, but really, I mean, first of all, when is your next show, and where's it at?
it should be second weekend of June.
Oh, we're gonna be together. That's right.
Oh,
That's
no.
Cheyenne, Wyoming.
It'll be me, you, and I believe Cameron and Casey.
Oh boy.
I think.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna be drinking that weekend.
I think so. But it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. We're gonna have a good time.
Oh, dude, 100%. We have not. It has not been nonstop, just fun ever since I've started here. I could totally see why you're like, dude, you need to get up here. You need to get up here.
But I mean, this guy has been after me. I mean, since he's got up here as well, always messaging me. But this guy's been. If y'all in the comment section, you're watching tonight, and you're proud of this fella who's just started from the ground up and wrenching the world, now striving, give us a hell yeah down in the comments below.
Absolutely.
I know you got places to be and things to do, but man, thanks for coming on
Oh,
tonight.
yeah.
Finally, glad you're finally on here and you're not talking trash in the comments. You're actually here with us tonight.
Probably be talking trash later.
Oh, absolutely. Fucking proud of you, dude. I don't care. I'll drop an F-bomb. Cooper, you got any questions before Rowley heads out?
You were Rocky.
No, not really.
Cooper's such a team player. I could see totally why.
I mean, I
I'm
don't really
assuming
know
it's
what
Rocky
to
that's with
ask.
him. Did I get that right? Is that Rocky?
No, this is Ellie.
Oh, what a dick. Wow.
This is the
They're
baby.
the same. They just look like potatoes with legs.
I know.
This is the baby. What's a question? How about if when you win your freestyle, would you shotgun Stone Cold style some Monster Energy?
Dude, did I not bring that up?
We actually talked about that. If that ever happens, we need to get a holder in there for 2 cans of Monster, and then lean out the window.
They'll already be shaken up enough if you get them in there the whole
Oh,
freestyle.
dude, yeah, it'd be perfect. Absolutely, it'd be perfect. We're actually talking about getting a cup holder made for him on the truck somewhere. We'll figure out where, but
Man, you're getting a lot of hell yes in the comment comment section. Fuzzy's Mod Shop is watching tonight, and he's really proud of you as well.
is that Derek?
That would be Derek.
Oh my
That's
gosh, dude, we need to give a shout out to Derek. Derek is the man.
Shout out,
yeah.
Derek.
Dude, yeah. Literally, what do we call him? Like Brad 2.0?
Yeah.
Brad 2.0.
Dude was everywhere on everything. There wasn't a single truck he didn't touch this weekend, including mine. But again, we don't have to talk about that, so we can stop talking about this
Well,
weekend.
before I leave, we do got to talk about that because that was the best.
No, it wasn't. That was
Yeah.
horrible.
I don't know
What
you're talking
happened?
about, so. What happened?
Well, Ride Truck King over here goes out there giving rides to people, no problem. Shuts off.
No, that was the second show.
That was the second show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the first one. That was the best one. So he's out there giving rides. Apparently decides to try a stoppie or something. And
Oh,
And
okay.
the damn ride truck hits the brake, breaks the brake pedal off, goes off into the trees.
So that was literally the first ride of the first day. But yeah, I didn't have much of an area, and I'm like, I'm gonna try doing a donut, and I'm trying to kick the rear steer back. The self center is like a lot slower than like what BKT and the other trucks I've driven are. So I'm like, I'm not slowing down. So I go to slam on the brakes, and the actual like cast aluminum or whatever housing for the brake pedal just snaps completely in half, and I just like, hold on, and we just coasted into the trees. The worst part, let me tell you, there is nothing worse than a little kid just crushing your ego from behind you. And like we come to a stop and I make sure everybody's okay. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't like we did 20 miles an hour into a stump and the truck's destroyed. Like we coasted to a stop. Everybody's fine. But this little kid leans into the back window and he said, "Hey, sir, I just want you to know you really can't drive." I have never been so ashamed of myself ever. And then the second show, you can go ahead and bring that up because it was in the middle of the driver's meeting.
Yeah. So all of us were standing out in front of our trucks. James is giving us the rundown of how the show is going to go. And we're standing there talking, and all of a sudden here, boom, boom, boom. And we all stop and look over. And there he is, just coasting to a stop.
Truck just died on me multiple times.
He leaned it down.
Yeah, apparently so. So, I mean, we, like, thank God for Derek because, like I said, he was constantly coming over and trying to work on the truck. Like, right before the second show started, we replaced the throttle cable because there was, like, 2 or 3 strands of cable left. It's like, well, one good stomp, cable's just going to snap. Well, next thing you know, we changed the throttle cable, and we're having issues where it's like you go give it throttle. You go to give it any kind of throttle, sometimes the throttle would stick. So it was just constant battling with the throttle. Well, next thing you know, I'm trying to do donuts going up this hill, and the truck just kept dying. It was always in the same spot every single time. I'm coming back. I'm like,
It was.
I'm like, is someone shutting the radio? Like, what's going on? Like, we're trying to figure out these demons, and like, there's a bunch of apparently. By the way, this was what pissed me off the most. I'm fixing the truck, whatever, but there was a guy that was so pissed off with the line that told my wife, who was working the ladders for the first time this week, and that they hoped that she got ran over. Oh, that got me fired. Oh, that got me fired up. That got me in, like
I see she's giving thumbs up back there.
Yeah. She's a trooper. The funny thing is she didn't really like volunteer to run the ladder this weekend. James is just like, "Hey, she can run the ladder, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." He's like, "All right, I'll pay her." Like, "Hey, honey, I guess you're working with me now."
You got a job.
You got a job. But we finally got everything figured out with Carolina Crusher, and basically the pickup tube and the gas tank was so corroded that you essentially had to drive around with a full tank of gas the entire time. So add that to the list of things that we got to fix on the dang thing. But honestly, it's an old truck. A lot of things here. We're trying to figure out the bugs and get everything figured out. I mean, shoot, before we even started the weekend, what all did we change with the steering on your truck, man? Like, holy crap.
Yeah, because we went to bring it out front so we could load it up.
Mm-hmm.
And the steering would just lock, and when you would turn to the right, the steering would just lock.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we thought it was the orbital, so we changed the orbital out. It still would lock up, and then it started locking up both directions. And then I messaged Josh.
Mm-hmm.
He told me we had a spare front steer pump. Me and you, we put that on, filled it up.
Good to go.
Literally, you can turn it with one finger now.
Which that just kind of goes to show, because when we were in Colorado, and I mean, Casey can attest to this, we'd actually changed the front steer pump on this truck with another one that apparently was also bad, which is extremely frustrating, but I know you know what that's like. You change parts, you change pieces, and it still doesn't work. You're changing with a broken, but you have no idea that those parts are junk.
Oh, yeah. And then when we took it off, he can attest to it because I had him feel it. The old one, it would turn and it would lock up. The new one, you could sit there and just spin it.
Wow.
The entire time. Yep. So we got it figured out. There's a lot of things we got to get. There's a laundry list. From cleaning the shop to getting trucks ready for shows. Your trailer is a pigsty, by the way.
Awesome. That's good news.
Yeah, that was bad. Then eventually figuring out Wild Thing. Your brother Cameron did not tell us that you like the $1 Million Hauler. Anybody that gets in there, no shoes. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know, because from a picture I got, everyone had their shoes on. There were 81 people in the MDFT this weekend, all at once. Everybody had the shoes on.
Hey, I can say I wasn't there because I went home.
We tried.
Well, thank you.
We tried.
And hold on. We'll go back to the MDFT conversations in a little bit. But Rowley,
I was
thank
on
you so
toothbrush.
much. Yeah, toothbrush is great. We'll get to that in a minute too. But thanks for coming on.
Oh,
Everybody, give a big round of applause for our guy Mike Rowley for coming on the show for the first time ever.
All right, I'll see you.
All right,
See you,
buddy.
boss.
Take care. See you tomorrow. Oh man, dude, this whole vibe is interesting. We're like actually doing this next to each other. This is weird.
It's about time. Now we need to get Harley We need to get Harley up here. Are you still alive? Are you back there?
I think they fell asleep.
It might
What?
be. Oh, there she is.
she's on her phone.
She's on her phone.
Yeah.
We don't matter. It's okay.
Me and Cooper are like
So-
doing the same thing right now.
Wow.
Whoa, they're both zoning out.
Hey,
But hey,
What's up? We
now
done?
it's time to
Is it
actually.
over?
Hey, it's time to get into this some good discussion because technically Harley and I had the weekend off, so
Must be
Coop and,
nice.
Coop and Spence get to fill us in on everything that happened this past weekend. But Harley, your sister got to do some cool stuff this past weekend.
Oh, really?
She did. She got to drive her mini monster truck for the very first time. And she definitely aired it out for the first time.
Oh yeah, she had some RWIDTO in her life.
Oh, dude, let's see it. Let's go, Paige.
Yeah!
Oh my God! There you go. Oh man. Oh, she's headbanging around in that thing. Holy crap.
Is she really? I can't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
looks
don't think
like
she
probably
was
got a little bit of
fitted. I
whip
don't
on
think she was fitted
Oh!
right for the truck, but I mean, she still went for it.
Yeah, her
That's so awesome.
her noggin was moving around a lot in there. Hey, good for her driving that mirror. That's so badass.
And she's what, 13 or something
I
like
think
that?
so.
Yeah, she's 13.
Good for her. Good for her. Good for you, Paige. Like, seriously, we're seriously proud of you. Honestly, the Mini looks sick. I love the paint scheme. Looks a lot like Vendetta, but that's awesome.
It's identical
Vendetta
to
was
Vendetta, except this one has hair on it, so it matches her.
Oh,
If you look
okay,
closely
okay.
at the skull, like it has hair, so it's a girl.
So it has long hair and no
Yeah.
beard.
Yeah.
Which I believe this Mini Monster was actually Bristers from forever ago,
I
right?
think it was.
It was, yeah.
Well, good. Well,
Yeah,
at
and
least-
it stayed at Harley and Paige's dad's house for a little bit, if I'm not mistaken, Harley.
Oh yeah, it sat there for a while.
yeah, it's sat. No one got any chance to do with it. But honestly, it's cool to see it back out there in competition. So way to go, Paige. We need to have a Mini Monster World Finals. I mean, that would be
Oh,
awesome.
now we're spitting some stupid crazy ideas over here that might actually go over really well. I like that.
I'm just saying.
Now we're
there's a lot
spitting
of there's
stupid.
a lot of kids out there that are driving these Mini Monsters. We should get a full blown competition. Like put them to the test. I'm just saying.
Yeah, get me
You got
in
14
there.
Not cool.
Oh, no, no,
Yeah,
no, I like that.
yeah.
No,
Build
let's
build
get
me
you-
one.
No, let's get your Mini Coupe back, and you can drive that back.
Oh,
in the competition.
No, it was, I sold that for reasons, and I can't say much after that. The buyer was not too happy. But it ran when I sold it,
Oh yeah.
and so did I.
Usually how it goes.
Well, one of those things, huh? Okay.
Oh jeez. Also, by the way, there's probably a good thing that you missed the boss man today. He rolled his truck this weekend. Josh?
What?
Yeah, mechanical.
That
On the
boss.
interstate?
Mechanical Mitch just took a tumble this weekend.
Okay.
So he's got a little bit of fiberglass damage to do, but we're gonna hopefully get out of here and head to Oklahoma before he got to deal
Yeah,
with that.
I like that
So-
idea better. Yeah.
But speaking of this weekend, I mean, obviously, I know you and I are me and Casey are gonna be heading out to somewhere in Oklahoma. I just know that much. I'm not entirely sure where, and there's gonna be two, at least from the flyer says, because for whatever reason, if anybody's going to the show, the flyer says it's gonna be Barefoot and Boss Gator. That is not the case. It is going to be Lone Wolf and the Gator, to my understanding. And whoever the other two extreme trucks that may show up, or for all we know, it may be a Vodder's truck.
Maybe,
couple
yeah.
Vodder's
It may
trucks.
not even be too extreme. I don't know.
No idea, but that's where we're gonna be at. But the big thing that I guess there's some big show going on this weekend in Orlando.
There might be. Is it even real? Is it actually happening?
I don't know. Like I know it's some kind of like big event. They did it like back in 2019. They had some trucks start on top of the stadium. It was a crash madness type thing. Like trophies didn't really matter. So, we can talk about it a little bit, but I mean, it's not that. It doesn't sound like that big of a deal.
I think Cooper's really excited about this weekend.
What? I'm so excited that I wish I was there. It's gonna be a great weekend, and all I gotta say is the tech officials and all them really have it rough.
Yeah, they do. But in all honesty, it is the Monster Jam World Finals, and honestly, it's all we could really do is just wish those guys good luck, and we're gonna have more fun than they are this weekend. So
We're gonna have a great time. But I mean, and speaking of, I mean everything. I mean we're talking about World Finals. Team Throttle Monster is going to be there. You see on the schedule, they are debuting something out there.
I'm seriously putting my money that they're like, I'm not. I really hope / I'm thinking that they're going to have like the OG Jurassic Attack like on one of the chassis.
Sweet.
I would love to see the OG Jurassic Attack parked next to the modern, newer Jurassic Attack. I think that'd look pretty sick. But honestly, if they have a new identity that they're going to debut, I mean, I have no idea what it could be. New sponsorship. I mean, who knows?
Who knows? I mean, they're on the rise. I mean, they're definitely they're getting some attention. Yep, that's actually a pretty good prediction. If you in the comment section you're watching tonight, you got an idea of what's going on, maybe you drop us some hints down there as to
Paige,
what's
we're
going
talking
on.
to you.
Yeah,
let
Paige.
us know. Right now, I'm watching.
But I got a phone call from old Dave Too-Tall Olford today. He was down there. Everybody's wanting to know. I mean, they've obviously got a mission. They're debuting a truck down there. But Too-Tall actually had the honor of doing the ramp testing.
Really?
For the new track that's going to be down there.
What does he think? Like, honestly.
That we didn't get into.
Really?
Because I straight up grilled him and I was like, did you suck? Did you embarrass yourself? Did you look like an idiot? And he goes, well, from what people tell me, no, I actually did a pretty good job. So I would not be surprised in the least bit if Too Tall messed around and got one of the best times of what's going to end up being all weekend. That's just my bet.
But he's not in the main field though, unfortunately.
No, he's not. Nope, he just did the ramp testing.
Jeez. Well, actually, nobody from Throttle Monster. Is anybody from Throttle Monster in the main field?
Nope.
Man, I don't know about you guys in the comments, but I do not care for the 24 truck lineup. It needs to go back to 32. Keep it an even 32, more trucks. Just get rid of the two elements that we always talk about that we don't care for, the high jump and the skills.
It's pretty lame.
It is. But I will say this. Dennis Anderson is there in Orlando with the OG mud truck Gravedigger, so I guarantee you they're going to do something epic for the 40th anniversary Gravedigger. Whatever that may be, who knows? I gotta say, just kind of going back to Triple B Motorsports, there's about 6 to 12 kids that called Wild Thing Gravedigger this weekend.
I mean, look, in their defense, the paint scheme and all that, if you're looking at like out of the corner of your eye or whatever, or you're like Harley, can't see you very good without your contacts or your glasses in.
She will end the stream, you know that.
I have the power. I have the power to just shut this off.
I'm just saying, I kind of side with these people because the paint scheme was kind of similar.
Yeah, well, I feel like hopefully sometime down the line we'll do something with Wild Thing. Give it a nice new modern look. But I don't know. I feel like so with our schedule coming up, I think it's safe to say that we're probably not going to be doing a show on Thursday.
Most likely.
Unfortunately,
Most
it's
likely,
nothing
yeah.
against
This
just with
Thursday?
our schedules to
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
chances are this Thursday we're probably not going to be able to do a show for Throttle Out. If we do, we'll be sure to let you guys know. But we might as well talk about it now as a group on Throttle Out. Like our final predictions. Like I know we've kind of been going back and forth over the course of the entire first quarter season. This is our final predictions for the Monster Jam World Finals. You need to name all 4 champions for each element.
4 of them.
There are 4 champions. You got racing, two-wheel skill, high jump, and freestyle.
How about this? I'll start and I'll go with the big 2, which is racing and freestyle. I say with racing, I've already said this before, I still stand behind my word. I truly believe it's going to be a driver's course and that Ryan Anderson will walk away your racing champ. For freestyle, I'm still calling the independent that is Jim Kohler to come out and actually wow somebody because he's had a rough couple of years and he needs to come back out and give everybody a show. And I know he wants to do that. He's been the only driver to ever make all World Finals events, so he's going to come out swinging and he's going to be hard to beat when it comes to freestyle.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and go with the other 2 events because even though I don't care for them, I got to give it to my boy for two-wheel skill championship. It's got to go to Tristan England. I mean, that guy, I feel like if they're actually going to have legitimate judging, like this is the big time, this is the big show, and they're saying that they're kind of going away from fan judging a little bit for this show in particular, I feel like this is Tristan England's time to shine and not have to worry about being screwed over by a Gravedigger or any kind of other big name in the field. So I feel like Tristan England is going to come out on top with two-wheel skill, and I feel like for the high jump, this is kind of I can't believe I'm saying this, but I honestly think Todd LeDuc may win the high jump. So we saw what he did in Orlando with a big, I guess Hot Wheels jump. Essentially, that's kind of what it was.
No, you're not wrong. But I mean, you also got to think 2 years ago when he was in the high jump, he got 3rd place, if I'm not mistaken.
But I feel like Monster Jam may have tweaked their actual like measuring system a little
Oh,
bit
I'm
better.
sure they did.
I
Yeah.
hope they did because I feel like essentially you just had somebody sitting in the stands and they're just kind of like, yeah, that looks about like 34-ish feet. Yeah, we'll just say 34 and put it up on the board. Like it didn't seem legit, you know what I mean? Like I feel like you need to actually have like a pole or something to like physically see it and show everybody. So I feel those are my two, like Tristan England and Todd LeDuc going into high jump. So
Let's roll on over to Cooper. Cooper, what are your predictions for at least for racing and freestyle this upcoming weekend at World Finals? Is it 21?
yeah, it's 20.
Yeah.
Now we're going back, which
Yeah,
is weird.
Yeah, we're going backwards. So what's your predictions?
Are they going backwards again?
I think so.
I wish they'd just skip that. But anyway, racing, Ryan, and freestyle would be Tom. He's coming in with the momentum from his series champion.
Okay, good point.
A lot of momentum when you're rolling down in a wheelchair downhill, but you know.
Oh my word!
I mean,
Whoa.
still beat everybody and Adam Anderson.
Harley Joe, predictions.
Let's see. Racing. I'm gonna have to go with someone that was on my team and helped me win my fantasy league. By the way,
we
I'm
don't
gonna have
need
to
to
go
talk
with
about that,
Cole
Harley.
Vernard for racing.
Whoa, okay.
Okay.
I think those
bold
independents
prediction.
might beat all those company drivers when it comes to this figure 8 over under track. Just saying.
You know, she's got a point. I did. That's the reason I didn't give my racing winner yet. But okay, yeah,
Okay.
That's honestly a good pick.
What you got for freestyle?
Freestyle. So are we doing fan judging for freestyle, or is it like a specific part?
It's like there's a little bit of both. It sounds like they're gonna have professional judging along with a fan like score of some sorts, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So it's not just based on fan judging.
Okay. I think it's probably gonna be an Anderson. I'll go with Ryan. If I had to guess.
Okay, that's fair. Now, somebody did say this in the comment section. That's why I kind of want to wait on racing and freestyle, and that is because this is Orlando. This is Florida. We've all lived in Florida here. Well, Cooper, except for Cooper. Weather is very unpredictable. Because if you remember, the World Finals 20, the last I think 6 drivers that were left had to wait because there was a big rainstorm and a lot of people left. So
that's why I lost.
If that happens, first of all, the track's going to change completely. It's going to be a driver's course, and we know there's a lot of people that really don't do well when the driver's course changes whatsoever. So I would have to put my money. Honestly, I'm going to have to kind of. This is someone way out left field that is coming back to the World Finals, which is Cody Saucier in racing.
Okay.
I know it's Dragon. I know it's not a big name truck, but honestly, I feel like that is kind of my dark horse. As somebody that's just been, you don't want to sleep on Cody. Cody knows what he's doing behind the wheel of the truck. I believe in Cody Saucier 110%. Now for freestyle, I know Rowley left, and I know he'd probably be cheering about this, but I gotta go with Bari Musauer, being the hometown boy in Orlando. Bari's in Orlando. I gotta give it to
wish
Bari.
we could delete
don't
that
get me wrong,
video.
it's Gravedigger weekend down there in Orlando, so chances are there's probably going to be a Gravedigger that wins something. But I have high hopes. I really have high hopes that no Gravedigger is going to win this weekend.
Oh.
So it is going to be Earthshaker, Blue Thunder, and Dragon, and good old Zombie walking away with titles this weekend.
Okay. Well, I guess I would have to say for skills. Man, I don't know. Okay, we'll go with Tristan. I believe in Tristan for skills. And then for high jump, I think being that he's going to be in every single element, he's going to walk away with gold and something, and that's going to be my boy Todd.
There we go. Well, finally, we agree on something on this. It took long enough. Good Lord. All right, well, Cooper, did Cooper answer skills or anything?
I don't think he did.
No, Cooper, skills and high jump, bud.
Do you remember who's in skills and high jump?
No,
Is Tom in both?
Tom,
Does anyone know?
Tom's in everything.
Yeah, Tom is in
Okay.
every element.
Well, there you go, Coop. You can say Tom.
No.
Poor. First of all,
Chris-
before we continue,
Kristen is
shout out
gonna
to
be
Steve
in it.
Lashinsky. We feel bad for you for this weekend.
Yeah, no shit.
Is Kristen in it?
Gio.
Tristan
In-
is Tristan in
Kristen.
Yeah, Kristen's in high jump.
Kristen's gonna win high jump.
Okay. Being that she's the
Um,
Guinness World Record holder, okay.
Oh yeah. And Corey Rummel will win skills.
Say that one more time. I didn't hear you.
Corey Rummel will win
Corey.
skills.
Okay.
With or without the right mag.
The wrong mag. All his fault.
That's fair. Okay.
All right, Harley Joe, your predictions for the skills in the high jump?
Skills. I'm gonna say Armando for skills.
Nice.
Wow. I'm not. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like that's a good prediction, but that's kind of. I would have never guessed Armando, honestly.
No, I actually like that a lot.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good. Okay. And then what? High jump is left.
High jump. I don't know. I feel like something crazy might happen. They'll just give it to Cynthia since she won the last one, and she's in a sponsored truck this year too. So
I think if you're not listening to Harley's picks and giving her enough credit, you got to realize we are talking to the fantasy points champion over here who
gosh.
clearly predicted the perfect team. So maybe give her picks a little credit over here.
by the
Spence.
way, when do I get my belt?
there
like
it is.
trophy, you
There it is.
When do you start here? When do you come up? I will. Have
I
it
come up
waiting
there in a
for
couple
you.
weeks, and it better be ready for me when I get up there. Just saying.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to have it like polished and like
Yeah.
hanging. That's gonna be the first trophy here at Triple B. Well, it's technically not the first trophy here at Triple B Motorsports, but at least the first trophy among anybody on the Throttle Out crew.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, man, just like James and everybody else, they hate being beat by a girl.
I know. I know. But you know something? I feel like that's enough talking about Monster Jam. There was also another pretty badass show that happened this past week in Coop. I don't know that you've ever had to do a show where you've had to wrench on trucks that have been playing in the sand, have you?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah, there was at a it was like a raceway, but where we're pitted at, or pretty much the whole raceway, they had a bunch of sand. And it was my very first thrash on a corner. And I was like, oh, take out the planetary hat, throw that in the sand. Outer axle, throw that in the sand. Any bolt, throw that in the sand. And it was with Chuck Warner, and he just looked at me like, what are you doing? And I'm like, get out of the way, bro. I was like,
I hear
getting it out of the way. We'll worry about it when we get there.
So could you imagine, though, Coop, like, these guys were racing on the beach this past weekend. I mean, just the whole show was literally on the beach. They call it Monsters on the Beach. I mean, this show it's always insane. It never disappoints.
Now, I
hate for
gotta
anybody
say
to roll
this
over.
For somebody that we've all worked with, because there was a bit of a scare actually at the show over the weekend.
Okay.
So
Oh,
for those
yeah?
that don't know, Chad Tingler was actually driving Carolina Crusher. Not entirely sure.
Cannot Carolina Crusher.
Or not Carolina Crusher.
and
sorry,
not
Stone
and
Crusher.
not Stone Crusher. He was driving Hooked.
Hooked. Whatever. Would you like to?
You're wrong.
Go ahead. Sorry. Anyway, so apparently it was like a really bad flat landing or something. I guess he had back problems, but paramedics checked him out. He was okay. Kind of scared him a little bit, but we just wanted to say, we're glad that Chad is okay. A lot of us has worked with him when our time over there at Monster Jam. So
Chad
we're glad that
Taylor.
nothing serious came of it. But to the side, what do you guys think of the new Whole Shot, for Quad Chaos?
Now, Harley, I actually kind of want you to lead us in this direction because you had some
Why?
things because you had something that you kind of wanted to.
I was
share
very
all of a
negative
sudden.
about this. I feel like I don't want to talk about that.
Well, but why though? I mean, what were you expecting?
Well,
Harley?
I was under the impression that it was going to be like a brand new truck. I didn't know it was just another version of Quad Chaos, just with a different name.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like with
really?
the same colors and the same like body.
Is
and
it not
everything.
the same as what the other? Is that not the same truck?
It's the same.
So
it's just-
essentially, what it appears to me, anyways, is any color that Quad Chaos has ever been. It's like they use that on this paint scheme, and I don't think you're going to hear any of us say that like it looks wrong or it looks bad or we
No,
don't approve
I'm
or
not saying
whatever.
it looks
Oh,
bad.
that
I
doesn't look good.
I was under the impression it was gonna be something new.
Someone let the ghost out.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Yo,
That's never
he ran out of coolant.
Yeah, no, it just ain't got no gas in it. That's all it
Ain't
is.
not got no gas in it. Yeah, like we were dealing with Cadaver earlier.
But anyway, so that's not it at all. It's just we thought maybe it was gonna be like a totally different ordeal, and it was really just a different paint scheme, which looks really good though.
I think she's just mad because it's a truck that has her fantasy team's name on the side, and she does not approve.
Ah!
Where is the PP monster truck? I am waiting for it.
Nobody's gonna
Yo.
understand that. If you haven't been watching our show in the last 6 months, you're not gonna understand
Yeah.
what he means.
Team PP is on the rise. You're just looking for a blue pill for next season.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine someone just tuning in on our show for the first time and then hearing you say that?
A PP monster.
Well, you know what? If they're tuning in for the very first time and they like that joke, you know what they should do? Like the video and hit the subscribe button, right, Coop?
Correct. Sorry, I'm just watching these highlights.
This is honestly an insane show. This is like
Mesmerized.
one of the shows you have to go to. Like, this is a bucket list show.
Oh, Jesus, Murphy.
That's Steven Sims Jr. right there.
Yo, it's never a dull moment with him.
No, it's not. But this was some fast racing.
Which you would never think in like Sandy Beach there'd be fast racing or big
Jeez.
air like that. You'd think
Yeah.
it'd be like snow and ice.
Yeah.
But
I'd
this-
hate
this
to be a
show just
four
looks-
Lincoln.
Oh, dude.
That's a good point.
That's a very good point. I didn't even think about that. It's Bobcat Spence.
I want to
needs
know
blue
how
pill.
many was
Leave me alone.
changed.
Mind your business.
Now, I've never like got to wrench or drive one of these shows before, but I have got to work on one of these trucks that have come back from one of these shows like even a month after the show, and there's still like sand in places that just, I mean, it's just hard to get out of there. You come back, all the paint, the powder coat is like exactly it's just this. It's sandblasted off in certain spots, like at the front of the back housing or on the 4-link bars. Like it's actually like sandblasted your paint and your powder coat off.
Oh my gosh. I mean, in all honesty, like I can't imagine the visibility for one of these shows was that great. I mean, it just looks like a foggy mess out there.
It did in one of those shows at least, yeah.
But I mean, I don't know, honestly, my wife would be all over that show. It's like, you mean I get to go to the beach, be by the water and everything? You get to go play with
Absolutely.
monster trucks? I'm in. I mean,
Sign me up.
yeah,
Right?
that sounds great. I'm all for that. But what other shows happen? Any other shows happen this weekend?
Yeah, Harley. What else?
I know that Lee Plato sent us some footage from their show in Santa Rosa, I believe. And I believe that Shane walked away with like majority of the wins from the weekend. So
Shane's picking it up, y'all.
Dude, I feel
Just a
like the
little
Play-Dohs are
highlight
doing
reel
something
from the
every
weekend.
Wait, you can moonwalk
Yo,
a
was that a
mini-
mud truck?
Oh, it's a mini monster.
that was a mini monster.
Oh.
Playing for keeps and enforce it. Wow, this track is unique. It looks like a dirt bike track. Look at this.
Whoa.
I'm all about this. I like this.
The ramps are pretty close together. I mean, yeah.
Shout out Filmer for zooming in onto the cab and the finish line.
Yes.
So, look at the
Why
sky.
am I hearing
There's the
dogs?
stars. Can you guys hear my
Same kind of
dog?
lights on
Yeah,
my
are
truck.
those your dogs, Coop?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Rocky, shut
See, this is why I'm a cat person.
No, my dogs
But
could
hey, honestly, like
bred to kill lions.
congrats to Shane just going out and just throwing down this weekend, just walking away with some hardware. And it looks like the truck stayed in one piece. I mean, that's usually the biggest winner of the weekend is, you go out for a show and it's always good to bring the truck back without any broken parts.
Only
Yes,
if you win.
Now, this is actually Lee driving right here. Lee's not been able to drive his own piece in a while and goes out this show, and he actually attempted a stoppie, did some good slap wheels. I'm actually really proud of the guy. For somebody who hasn't had a whole lot of seat time, he did not look like a rookie chump out there on the track.
Oh, dude, nobody does. This looks like a fairly stacked field. I mean, a lot of people are there for checking it out. I mean, I want to say there's like 6 trucks, 7, maybe 8 trucks here at this show. I mean, it looked like it was a good time. Honestly, for a small little independent show, it looked like it was an absolute blast.
And how can you not be just thrilled right now. You're seeing somebody in Shane Plato out there, 14 years old, the world's youngest monster truck driver out there kicking ass, taking names.
So what you're saying is,
What a guy.
Paige has a year to get into her own full size.
Got a year. She's got a year.
You got a year, Paige.
Get your shit together, Paige. You can get out there and dominate in a full size.
I'm just saying, kick their ass. I mean, we're all for it. We just, as long as you're flying one of our flags. Which, by the way, when are we gonna stock up on those? I've had so many people asking. We also got an entire fleet of trucks now that we got to put a throttle out flag on.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man, but dude, I gotta say, like, just being back full time into monster trucks, I could not be happier. Like, this is just so freaking cool.
You're glowing.
I am. I'm glowing. It's also the sunburn. I don't know if you can tell. I am literally radiating right now. I need to get some aloe before the end of the night. But oh man, like, I am just so happy to be back. Like, drag racing can just kicks my ass.
And for those
Get
y'all
a
watching,
room.
you want, like, we seem to be. Sorry, Coop. I didn't mean to.
They
cut
do
you
have
off,
a room
Coop,
together.
Well, we're speaking of rooms. We, like you notice, we're in a different setup every week over here. We will get something figured out eventually because there are plenty of damn rooms here to get a setup in. We will get it all figured out, get the lighting, everything figured out, and that should be pretty badass. And we won't be hopping around the shop.
I don't know. I
Going
kind of
different
like just having a
locations.
different truck every single day just behind us.
Yeah,
Just
you can't see it, but Captain USA is literally right here. Like,
Yep.
that's Captain USA.
There's parts everywhere. There's headers, planetaries. I mean, it's like,
It's like a parts store for old monster trucks.
it is awesome. Like, it is so freaking cool. I love this. I love everything about this.
Harley, is that all of the shows we've covered? I mean, we covered everything.
Yeah, that's all I have.
So we do have something that we have to continue. So for the last show, I forgot to do this because I had a lot going on, getting ready to move. So one of the things that we're doing with Beam and G is we're trying to develop a new, basically the throttle out pack. And our good friend Taylor Andes has agreed to basically take on more challenges. So I do have the finished product of the last truck he did. However, I was not able to get it sent in time for us to show it on the screen. But it is called Tag King. It is a graffiti themed truck with a trophy truck body. He knocked it out of the park. Truck looks amazing. So right after the show, I'll be sure to throw it up there on our Instagram and show it for all you guys. But that is truck number 1 that'll be going into our pack. So we are going to do truck challenge number 2 for tonight, which I have the wheels up. I have everything up and rolling. So we can go ahead and kind of get that rolling. And if Taylor's not watching, he will, because I'm going to yell at him afterwards, because I always do that. And we are going to get the next theme and truck rolling for our pack. So as you can see, I've been a little busy.
You've got it ready to go.
I have a lot of themes to choose from. So, which, by the way, I got yelled at. Apparently, Mexican themed isn't like fair or whatever, but yet Elliot Miller debuted his new ride truck this weekend.
and, yeah.
Crunch time. If that guy does not have a taco stand next to every single ride he takes that truck to,
He's missing out on money.
oh, absolutely. You get to sell tacos and you get to sell rides. Like, that is the best of both worlds. Just make sure you have a porta potty nearby. All right. Well, Harley, if you're screen sharing, give me a thumbs up and we will get this rolling for Taylor.
I'm trying. Hold on.
No, she's trying. I can't see the screen, so I don't know.
Okay, we're good now.
We're good to go?
Yeah.
All right, truck number 2. What is the theme? Who is texting you?
They're talking trash in the group chat.
Oh, no.
Here we go. Oh man. Just missed
okay.
my theme.
What? Oh, you wanted the swamp theme?
I did. I wanted a swamp theme.
Oh, of course. So we've got a beach theme truck. Okay. I like it. Now, what body style will it be? Because we have a ton of trucks that are coming. We have a lot more trucks actually coming to the game relatively soon. But with the body style, so it's a beach theme. I would like to see like a Chevy Nomad, like really old 50s beach vibe. I think that'd be kind of cool. Let's see. It is going to be...
Interesting. Okay.
Very interesting. So a Gen 1 S10, which for those that don't know what that is what Corey Rummel has for Rage. So a beach-themed Chevy S10.
Okay.
I mean, he's the artist. I mean,
Okay, Taylor. Work your magic.
It's on you. It's all on you, Taylor. But we're over the hour mark, and honestly, I don't know what else we can talk about, dude. I mean, I'm glad to be back. It's super cool to be back in Monster Trucks full time. Get to tour with you, annoy the shit out of you every weekend.
We're going to have some fun this weekend.
Absolutely.
We'll make the trip down. If you're going to be in Woodward, Oklahoma, come hang out with us. You will not be disappointed, I promise. It's going to be fun. If you look at the flyer, apparently Spider-Man's going to be there. You can get an autograph and a picture with Spider-Man. You don't want to miss out on that.
I want to go.
Yeah, Cooper, I knew you were going to want to be there, I know. But it's supposed to be 2 of Cretan's trucks, 2 of our trucks, and Spider-Man. So hopefully that comes to fruition. Harley, Joe, Coop, you got anything else you want to add before we hop off of here?
Like the video.
No.
Like the video.
Cooper,
Go to our merch store.
Cooper, you have one job.
Yeah, it's a nice one. I get paid weekly. I'm home by 4 o'clock.
Like the video. Do we have to do it? Do we have to be the ones to scream at the mic?
Like the video!
Like the video!
He doesn't even know what the hell we're talking about right now.
Listen, it's been a long day.
Oh, I bet.
Harley, Joe, we got a lot of stuff added to the merch store, right?
Yes, there is new stuff that people should get. No one's touched it yet.
We need to start wearing our own stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for supporting our trucks, but I mean...
At this point, I think
I'm
we're
slacking
supporting
on
Triple B
merch.
than we are Throttle Out, so...
Yeah. Oh, man, we get yelled at all the time. It's like, so it's basically the Triple B show now.
Well, y'all go to our merch store, buy our stuff, support us, and remember, when in doubt, put it to the floor and throttle out. We'll see you next Monday. Peace out, y'all.